Welcome guys, hope you are doing well. Our today's topic is image utility labeling hitapp. This hitapp is very simple. In this hitapp, you just have to tell whether the query has an image intent or not. So before we dig further, let's first understand the purpose of the hitapp. Because when you know that what is this hitapp for, then there are more chances of your success on the project. Sometimes you may have noticed that when you type your query on Google or Bing, there is an image block appear on the top or middle of the search engine result page, depending on your query. And sometimes there are no images at all in the whole search engine result page. Let me show you this with an example. If we type a query, President of the United States. Now this query has multiple intentions. First, the user wants to know the name of the United States President, which is Joe Biden. And in the second intent of this query, user would also want to see how President of the United States Joe Biden looks like, meaning that this query has an image intent. So this query will be marked as yes. Now understand this when you will use no option. Now in this case, user wants to know how many eggs are there in 1 dozen. Now if you focus on this query, you will find that the query has only one intent. User just want to know how many eggs are there in 1 dozen. Here the written answer will be useful. As you can see, there are 12 eggs in 1 dozen and image has nothing to do with the query. So for this query, the answer will be no. I will teach you with some more examples later in the video. Now I am going to share some key points, some important points that I want you to keep in mind, because it will help you to understand that when you will choose yes, no and cannot judge option. First, understand when you will choose yes option. When user explicitly asking for images like flowers wallpaper. Now in this query, user has specified in its query that he or she wants images results. So whenever there is an image related word in the query like image, photo, picture, logo, JPG, PNG, look, anything which is related to image and specified in the query, you will choose yes option. You will choose yes option when there is a person's name like Messi, Ronaldo, Dwayne Johnson, etc. You will choose yes when there is a city name, tourist attraction name like New York, Eiffel Tower, etc. When user is asking for hairstyles, dresses, when a query is related to product like washing machine, heater, computer. When query is related to vehicle like Honda, Ferrari, BMW, etc. Meaning that there are many categories. The easy way to make a correct judgment is to put yourself in the shoes of a user and think if you would have typed this query, would you be satisfied with the result or not? Now let's understand when to choose no option. You will choose no option when the query is navigational. What is navigational query? A navigational query is when user is intended to visit a website using search engine like facebook.com, pinterest.com, youtube.com, etc. Even if the query is typed without extension, like instead of facebook.com, it is just Facebook, Pinterest, YouTube, etc. You will mark it no. You will choose no if the query is informational without visual intent, like best video editing softwares, YouTube converters, how to change my password, etc. For school question and answer queries, for math related queries, for reviews related queries like movie reviews, mobile phone reviews, any review related query will be marked as no. For the translation queries like English to Spanish, French to Italian, etc. For technical queries like how to install Windows, how to download Call of Duty, etc. For phone numbers and asking for route weather queries will be marked as no. Local place queries like addresses, retail store names and local businesses or facilities will be marked as no. Other than this, if query is a question without visual intent, query is a shopping intent, video intent and web link intent will be marked as no. Let's understand when to choose cannot judge option. If the query is adult, like related to porn star, etc. or if the query is detrimental, offensive, unclear or in foreign language, you will choose cannot judge option. Now let's do some quick examples so you can have a bit more understanding on this hitapp. In this case, user wants to know who is Jack Reacher. For this case, we will mark it as yes, as user wants to know who Jack Reacher is, might also want to see how he looks like. In this query, user searches adult, and for adult searches, we use cannot judge option. In this third case, this query is a navigational query. User is looking to visit a New York Times newspaper website. So we will choose no option for this case. In this case, user is looking for route from California to Washington DC. As per guidelines, route related queries are marked as no. In this last example, user wants to know who is Miss World 2022. Although this query is questionable but with visual intent, as user would also want to see how Miss World looks like. Guys, that's it for today's video. I hope you have understood. Meet you in the next video. Till then, take care.